Wednesday, dude?
Hump day.
Hump day? Did you get your hump on? Before
No.
the filming of this show? Anyways, so today we don't have beer. I purposely said no beer. I had an interesting Monday. Started at a bar. Ended up in my garage and...
Monday?
On a Monday, dude. So that definitely took it out of me. I'm not as limbo as I used to be with my drinking, so...
Dude, it all starts happening in your late 20s. I warned you.
You warned me? Just like what we about to talk about next.
I warned you.
Yes. But you know what? I'm being more strategic with my drinking. As far as like, oh, if I'm going to drink, like if I know I'm going to drink Saturday and that might just be a better event I'm going to, I might limit myself on a Friday now. Because I want to enjoy that day, the next day. But today we do have a booster of sorts. This coffee, man. So you guys probably already know by now that we're kind of enthusiast advocates of mushroom, right? Like we've talked about it a little bit, and we ourselves probably haven't experienced as much with it as we'd like. But I did have one of our listeners ask me about lion's mane, and this is coffee with lion's mane. It's fantastic. I pulled up and he had this little bit of pot, or the pot of he had a little bit of the pot left, and I was like, that's it? But no, it obviously filled my little cup up, and this is it right here. So it's Four Sigmatic.
Four Sigmatic.
Where did you get this, dude?
Well, I saw Tim Ferriss recommend this, so I tried it. So I bought it to try it out. It was on a discount. It was like 30% off. So I tried it. It's pretty good.
It's vegan.
Are you? It's organic.
It's organic, yeah.
But that's not why I bought it.
No, we're not. We don't promote veganism here. We're cannibals.
Yeah.
In the most cannibalistic state of mind.
Although mushrooms are not necessarily a plant or from a plant kingdom either. So
tell them.
Not right now.
Not yet. Okay. But yeah, so it's pretty good. I can't taste any sort of mushroom. It's a dark roast, just how I like it. So, do they have any other do they have like a medium roast or light roast?
I didn't check. I know they have other options because I do have the pots too, and right. I forget chocolate, hot chocolate, and other sorts of products that they have. But I mean, I like coffee. I prefer coffee, so that's why I chose this. But it's good. It tastes pretty good. It has lion's mane and chaga mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow. I mean, I just tasted it today. I don't want to sleep tonight, so I don't want to drink a full cup.
I'll take the risk.
But
if I'm at 3 up in the morning texting you.
What I did try today, though, it's theanine. I tried it today.
The hell are you talking about?
Felt like I was on crack.
Oh, get out of here! Or on cocaine.
Well, I never
tried cocaine.
Done crack.
Or cocaine.
But anyway, what this is, it's an amino acid. It's found in green tea, and I think mushrooms too. It's a compound found in these particular things, and it's supposed to help you. It's similar to mushrooms, like the pills we're taking, like mental clarity. Also supposed to help you with anxiety, and it's supposed to help you sleep. So it calms you down. Like the green tea effect. It's supposed to calm you down, and so it's. I don't know if it has antioxidants or not, but it's. I tried a pill this morning when I was working on the computer, and I did feel a difference. Again, it's too early to tell if it was this, but I'm gonna continue trying it, see if it works. I've read good things about it. I've heard good recommendations. I'm not recommending it to anyone, but I wanted to try it for myself because it does help me when I'm staring at the computer for a while, and analyzing stuff. So it does help me
focus.
Continue, with the focus. And I did feel more focused, but again, I need to try it a little longer.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because it kind of almost sounds like it's Adderall, in a sense.
I think I read something that kind of compared it to Adderall, but yeah, I'm not gonna be taking this on a daily basis.
Really? It was that, dude? For
No, I
real?
don't know. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like a healthier alternative, but like more natural alternative. But you can't take too much of anything either because too much. You need to be balanced with things. So anyway, yeah.
So very interesting. You guys. Oh, look, it's right here. On it. On it. Oh. On it has one. You guys probably look it up. On it. It's supposedly pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I've never taken it.
Joe Rogan's.
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, and I think I think it only has very limited ingredients that he uses on there, and no, lion's mane is one of the ingredients he uses. But yeah, man. See, there's so many stuff we can actually take that's a little bit better than going to the doctor and getting that prescription for whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And but who knows?
You also need to understand
Pharma's
what you're
winning.
taking. Yeah, I mean, you can't just start taking all kinds of things and then expect to be a superhuman person, because you might be you get an allergy or something.
That is true.
An allergy that kills you. Yeah, you also need to be careful about all that stuff.
But these medications have killed a lot of people too. So I mean, who's to say? You know what I mean? So it's there's really no like. I think you start realizing that yes, it could help, but everything has a side effect. There's always There's always positives and negatives, right? Sometimes you wish whatever positive was gonna outshine the negative, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you just gotta put yourself out on the limb and do it. Don't short yourself.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. So today, what do we got on the schedule, man? There was a pretty cool article you were telling me about
Oh, it's
that got me kind of gloomy. I think when we
well,
talked
the article
about
didn't. It's just
not
what
just
led into that.
Right.
The article was talking about Elon Musk, Tesla CEO. He's saying that by the end of the year, all of his cars will be automated or to the point that they can self-drive. And he's saying that by the end of next year, like they won't need a driver. I think that's what he said. Like no one will have to be behind the wheel. And he's pretty certain about it.
that guy's pretty certain about almost anything he does.
And then he doesn't fulfill when it comes to it. But anyway,
Yeah,
the point.
That's a
I mean,
different.
he's still a visionary. He's still a genius. So I still take what he says, a lot more seriously than I do when other people say things, especially politicians.
Oh yeah, I don't believe.
But anyway, he was talking about that, and then we started talking about AI and the whole automation that's coming. That I don't think a lot of us are really prepared for.
So, I was talking. We were going into this, and then I was talking to my dad and my mom earlier when we were having dinner, and I brought up the idea of it's in our near future where, my dad's he's a truck driver, and I told him about the Elon Musk and the whole, the truck that
That they're creating.
Yeah, that they're creating, and it's gonna drive itself. It's gonna haul itself. I don't take this for what for being true, but look it up. I know transportation is one of the. I don't know if it's not the most sought out, but I think it's the number one job. And again, I don't know the what metric it was, but it's a pretty large segment in what we do here in the United States. So if you think about it, a lot of those people, if these companies do decide to invest in this technology and stuff like that, and they don't have to deal with the driver being there, they can essentially work 24/7.
Right.
And that's something that because of laws and everything, drivers can only, I think, drive up to a certain amount, and then they need like an 8-hour rest period. And then they can do that because obviously my brother does that as well. And everyone complains and everyone's like, I'm not going to give any like insight or anything like that. But, they do what they do to get away with it or whatever, or try to, do something else. But I was telling my dad, and my mom was like, no, you're crazy. That'll never happen. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's what I mean, that most of us are not prepared.
Yeah.
But it is a reality. Yeah, it is going to happen. It is coming. And, Elon Musk already has a semi that I don't know at what stage it is, but self-driven, semi. I know that Uber's working on like automating cars as well. I'm sure Amazon is too.
Yeah, dude, especially so this is the thing with Amazon in that they're actually doing whatever FedEx does and giving they're giving people to start their own business, right? Like being able to get their own route or whatever. They start off with a few trucks and supposedly you can grow into that kind of stuff. But what if they don't need people like that anymore because these things can just run on themselves? And then they cut out whatever other transportation system they use or logistics system they use to, deliver this kind of stuff.
Right.
Think about it. But that means less people out of a job. That is the reality. A lot of us won't have a job. We're not going to have so what we think of whatever a job is in the future. Listen, I am no expert, but if you just follow the rabbit hole, you'll know that most of these jobs aren't going to be there. Now, what I do, obviously I sell. Who knows about that? I mean, if people even care to go see, because every day people don't want to see me. I mean, let's be honest. There's technology and there's somebody talking to them through the screen, right? So there's going to be a point to where maybe my job might go. So I got to figure out a way to survive.
Right.
So.
I mean, it might not be like one of the ones at risk immediately.
Right.
I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast with that presidential candidate or guy running for president, Asian dude. And that's sort of his premise. Well, not the whole automation, but the fact that we're going to have to need a universal income.
Ooh.
Right? And so they were talking about, he was giving all these statistics that go with the truck drivers and a few other industries that he sees those are the immediate industries that are going to be affected by automation. Robots are going to take over their jobs. And so he's pretty much saying we need to do something about it, and that's his premise is running. He's running primarily on the universal income, and what he's proposing is that everyone gets $1,000 a month, no matter what. And he goes, I mean, he kind of made sense in a lot of what he was saying.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but
so yeah, on this topic, right? Like, we've dealt with it, right? Like an industrial revolution, and before that, these every 100 years or so, something like that goes down, right? Or when's the industrial revolution? Late 1800s, like the real one. So everyone was afraid that was going to be putting people out of a job because now you got machines running things. There is no question that machines create wealth or create some sort of income, right? Now, I'm not as optimistic on that. I'm very optimistic on certain things, but I'm not as optimistic. We live in a country that can't even get the healthcare system correct. What makes you think that these companies are going to even care, or we're going to get something like that even right, where we're just willingly or whatever we're doing to subsidize these people's incomes?
Well, what they say is that they would tax companies that use robots or automation they would tax them per like robot or to kind of make up that tax revenue would be paying for it.
We got to be on the sides of us owning this kind of stuff.
Well, of course, that's why I'm in the stock market. I can give you a couple stock tips later.
Outside of camera, we're not trying to show people what to do to make money. We want them to be on the other side of it. I'm totally kidding.
No, but I mean, but seriously, it is a serious thing, and they do say that within the next 10 years we're gonna see completely major shift in this area, and it is kind of because like you were saying, your brother does that, your dad does that, my dad does that. I mean, like we all know people who can potentially be affected by all of this, and then let's not even talk about the other stuff that we can't even foresee because it'll also be affected. We just can't think of it at the moment until it actually happens, right?
Yeah. So that is just kind of like in the near future, the next 10 years. 10 years is gonna go like that, right? So that is in the foreseeable future, and every single day, every year, technology almost seems to expedite itself. Like it just keeps getting. From the time we've had the cell phone to the first actual text message out in public, because supposedly the military had this, whatever. But I'm just saying out in the public, like if you think about where the phone has gone since, 25, 30 years ago, where we had that big ass brick phone and stuff, from what that phone did to what this phone does now, that's not that many years. So we can literally... We run businesses. We run our whole entire life around this thing.
You even watch porn?
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. No, but anyways, so yeah, so think about it. So
I mean, you can trade stocks on your phone.
your livelihood.
I mean, I don't like doing it on the phone just because, yeah, it's not my thing, but you can do almost anything. Yeah, so yes, I mean, people hardly use it to talk these days. That's what a phone's supposed to be for, but, you know, it's...
I love calling people. I think it's a lost art.
No, well,
I feel
I
like
agree
it's
with
a
you.
lost, like, I do it because, you know, if I call you, and you know I call, dude. I'm like a notorious caller, and, you know, you guys out there
Every time I
probably
get a
know
phone,
this.
like, Francisco,
He gets annoyed, and that's okay. But guess what? Deep down inside of me, you know, it means, listen, I'm selfish, so I want to feel good about myself, and I feel that giving somebody a call is gonna, you know, lighten up their day. Trust me, I feel like it really does.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like initially, you know, when no one's used to getting calls these days anymore. So it's like, damn it, what the hell do they want? And it's like that thing. Like, are they gonna ask for a favor, or you know?
So it's like it could be, yeah.
So it's like, should I answer? Should I not? So that's how I see it anyway.
I send people to voicemail. So, you know, that's kind of what I do. But, you know, I'm always on the phone. Like, not just even mine, just for work too. I take tons of calls every day, right? And so it's just habit for me, and it's normal for me. You know, people still communicate through the phone.
Yeah, I mean, you like to talk too, so it's not. You know,
I do like
I mean,
to talk.
you're not that you like to talk. You're very social, so
Yeah, yeah.
I can see that. But a lot of people just don't. Even the social folks don't even care too much to talk on the phone. They just text, right?
They just text, yeah. What's that thing? Before calling me, ask yourself, is this textable? I'm like, shut the hell up. I'm gonna call you
Is that what
anyways.
they tell you?
No, just I think that was a meme.
That's what you heard?
Oh man, but no, going back to the you know where technology's going and everything, you know, dude, we have all these shows and everything going on the darker side of things, right? Like as far as like artificial intelligence and stuff, which you know that still might be a little ways away as far as actual robots.
Who knows?
And that's
Who
the
knows?
darkest, you know.
I don't know.
So you know we're talking about that and what if you know these machines and stuff like that, right? They start taking over and they just become smarter because all this collection of data that's just been doing. Facebook, thanks for the 10-year challenge. Everyone who participated in that willingly gave Facebook free information, and you guys are okay with that because guess what? You guys are doing it, especially the ones that didn't age too bad. Oh my God, look, I still look good. So you feel right. So let's make let's make this fun thing and load it up. Look at that, you dumbasses. You guys are all doing it and stuff. I mean, again, I do things that I like on Twitter. I'm right here. Well, no, I'm trying to trick the system, but no, really, like you know, these movies like Ex Machina. That's a trippy one.
Ex Machina, yeah.
And then there's the porn parody one, Sex Machina. I found it on Pornhub. Go out and check it out. I haven't seen it. Let me know in the comments if it's any good, if it's worth the 15 minutes, and I'll watch it. I might review it on here.
Not here. You do it somewhere else.
No, but somewhere else. Okay, but no, think about it, dude. And all these robots that are like, you know, that have gone a little weird.
What's
Like
that series, Westworld?
Oh, Westworld. That is a crazy one.
It's an awesome show.
Oh, it's a phenomenal show. I love it.
Yeah.
I get anxiety every time I finish watching an episode.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, right?
Dolores gives me anxiety too.
Dude, Dolores seems like she's probably the baddest person on that planet. Like, think about it. Is she we're giving things away now for those who haven't
back
seen
to
it.
automation and artificial intelligence. Well, you're saying it kind of freaks you out, the whole artificial intelligence.
Yes. To me, you know, I'm an optimistic guy, but this isn't a thing for me to be joyful over or cheerful over, you know, because you know I think the next level of evolution, it's always happened, right? From from being a singular, cell organism to having, this right here, and we're at the top of our food chain, right? I think that's only the next thing that's gonna supersede us is obviously that, right? And nothing is telling me that we're going to become smarter, better humans. Nothing in this planet is leading to that. But everything is pointing towards artificial intelligence and everything running itself and not needing a human. So that can only snowball for so much, right? Until these machines start creating their own. And who knows? I mean, again, so should there be regulation? I think that's one of the big questions. These smarter.
Well, that's what
people,
Elon Musk's been proposing for or pushing for a long time. He did that thing with all the governors, this summit or convention or whatever, that he was trying to push or tell or warn all the governors of the different states that we need to start thinking about it before it's too late. Because once it's too late, artificial intelligence, true artificial intelligence,
Right,
I'm talking about, like when a robot actually is conscious of, has consciousness, right? At that point,
it could.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like what could happen? It could be good for humanity or not.
And all these smart people, the people on the top, these physicists, these people that are smart, they're like, no, that's good because it's going to help me become a better physicist. But what makes you think that machine actually needs inferior life at all?
Yeah.
And he would say, well, then I'll be gone. I get it. I mean, that's the emotionalist thing to think about it, and that's what's going to happen. But for someone like me who's like heavy on emotion all the time, and I love it. I mean, I've gone a long way in actually trying to be a little bit more logical about things. But think about it, dude. Really think about it. Oh, look, there's going to be robot families, and look, that's my human pet.
Well, I don't think
he's a little obnoxious, but
I mean,
we're gonna be in a museum somewhere, like.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty that shows that.
Right?
I don't know. You've never seen Rick
Dude,
and Morty, right?
Rick and but
it's actually it's a really good show. Dude. If you're kind of like nerdy when it comes to physics and science, it's pretty good. But anyway, they have an episode like that.
Oh look, this is LeBron James. He used to be the best basketball player at one time.
He could do flips.
Yeah, look at him. And then they would have
He could jump higher than most.
Think about it. Like really, really think about it. And I think, listen, we're a couple guys just shooting the shits here and talking about it and making, just putting it out there in the world. But it's out there and it's definitely scary. I think, I love existing. We've been hardwired.
But the thing is that we're all gonna die.
Yes, but the narrative is that we're gonna live a long life and die of old age. That is the narrative. Sure, there are extreme things that happen, like I can fall right now, I can die. I get that. That's awesome. But
That's awesome.
that we're that fragile as humans. I get it. But the narrative is that we're supposed to grow old, bury our parents and stuff like that, right? That's why that's kind of the hard thing to think about.
Well, it's a natural way of going,
Right.
but again, worse things have happened. There's been a bunch of wars, a million diseases, and famine that has killed.
So yeah, so what? Yeah, so that's the whole thing. What makes us think that these robots won't see it like that? Like, oh no, human races actually have done more wrong in this short amount of time that they're actually a virus. And they create themselves to eliminate virus and live in a perfect, whatever the perfect robot world is going to be, right? That's totally possible too.
Look, I've always been naturally a pessimist. So to me, it's not necessarily something I'm afraid of. If it happens, it happens. We caused it, so it's like who's to blame? We, because we didn't really.
I personally didn't do anything, but I understand what you're saying.
Humanity,
yes.
Yeah, just like if you believe that humans are causing global warming or all the wars or all the pollution or like we've caused all of this. So to me, it's like I'm kind of at a point that's like whatever happens, happens.
And I'm hopeless. The bag, I'm useless. What is the song? And
is that the Beck song?
Gorillas.
Oh, Gorillas.
And it happened. What is it? How does it?
I don't know.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, but anyway, I'm kind of whatever. If it happens, if I die, if we turn to batteries like the Matrix,
that could totally possibly happen. And again, it's out there. It's gonna happen regardless. It's gonna happen. I mean, I'm not 100% sure about anything, but I'm pretty sure about that it's gonna happen.
What?
That we're gonna it's gonna go that way. The whole robot thing. It might not be in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to see it.
They're working on the singularity, like the computer too, that can practically have like ultimate calculating capabilities. I don't know where they're at with that, but
that
that's
knows
crazy
it all,
too.
right? Supposedly.
Yeah, it can calculate the existence of the universe and like some crazy shit like that.
It's God. We're creating God. Whatever God is.
Practically speaking.
Yeah. So think about. Yeah, I heard about that. That it supposedly knows every bit of information ever created, and it will know everything in the future.
Yeah, it says like it's a lot more powerful than all computers combined in the world today. So I mean, I can't even conceive what that even means, because it's just some crazy, something completely abstract that,
I don't even think. Well, it's like these scientists say that, or astronomers or whatever, they say they found 200 million new galaxies. I'm like, oh, there goes again. Well, let me tell you guys, there's more than there's more to be found, right? That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
But do I have a story today?
Well,
I don't think I do. I do, but I don't.
The moral of this story is
this
that
is a little
we're
more
all
of
fucked.
You were fucked.
This whole thing is a story,
Yeah.
I think. But I don't know. Do you have another story?
No, okay, so yes, go out there and do something, and something fulfilling. That's always what I say and I preach, because the time where we're actually doing this and have the freedoms to do this, it could probably be at the end. And again, if you like to go out and eat Wingstop and go home and fuck your wife and wake up the next day and do it all over again, have no meaning in your life, and that's what you think is cool, go ahead and do it. Do it correctly.
Do it. Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
100%. Do it. But do not shit on others for actually trying to go out and do something that they want to do, that they're curious about, because maybe that's just kind of what's making them happy at the time. Just like you getting fat and not caring about yourself. Yeah. So with that,
who
this is
pissed you
off? Somebody pissed me off. No, nobody pissed me off. This is just a general statement to whoever it is, and I make no apologies about it. So, with that, I sounded kind of fucking stupid there. I sound like an arrogant prick, huh? But anyways,
but you are, so it's all good.
I'm not arrogant.
Just a prick.
I'm just a prick. So, all right, guys. So that is it for today, I guess. And any notes? Again, don't take anything we say too serious, because obviously
I already gave the moral of the story.
We're all fucked.
And with that, have a good night.
Oh my God.